Hello everyone. So today we are going to add a melee weapon to this character. So as you can see here, I have attached a blade or a sword into the thigh here, left thigh of the character. So when I press mouse, the character will equip the sword and yeah, character goes to a different blend space, different movement animations when the sword is in hand. So after some time, if I am not doing any attacks, the character will put back the sword like that. So and it will go back to the usual animations. So yeah, in this part I'm going to work on the blueprint for the sword and equip part, and after that I'm going to work on this blend space change. Right, so let's see how to do those things. And this episode is sponsored by this generous patron. Thank you very much for the support. Alright, so this is what we have at the moment. We can just move and jump. So right, so let's get started with the melee combat. So for that I have already imported a bunch of animations for sword and shield stuff. Right, and also I imported a blade object as well. This one, the one I use in the open world project. Okay, so right, first let's get started with the sword blueprint, a weapon blueprint. Let's call it PP weapon, and let's name it PP melee weapon. That's better. All right, now let's drag and drop this blade mesh in there like this. Okay, first let's go to our character, the idle animation, and let's preview. I just want to see how it would look in when the sword is attached to the character. So let's go to skeleton tree, and I'm planning to attach it somewhere here. So left thigh. Okay, I'll post the animation. Oh, and let's add a socket here. Let's name it sword, no, thigh L socket. Yeah, let's leave it that name because yeah, easy to remember. And I'm gonna give some offset to that. So here let's add a preview asset. So let's add this blade glimmer. Okay, it's too big, and also it needs to be rotated. Like this. Alright, and let's play the animation. let's play some other animations as well. Okay, yeah, definitely too big. We need to scale it down. Can we preview it here? Looks like we can, but yeah, let's see. 0.8, 0.8, 0.8. Right, that scale seems good enough. But does that matter for when we are in the character? I'm not sure. Anyway, let's reset it. Here I'll scale it down to 0.8. Alright, now let's open our character. Go here and let's drag and drop this melee weapon into the character mesh like this. So it's inside the character. Now I'm gonna attach it to the mesh and use the socket, thigh L socket, like this, and let's reset this offset. Okay, now it's there. Let's see how it looks in the game. Is it still too big? I think it collides with the character itself, so let's remove the collisions. No collisions required as for the moment. Still it's too big. Let's set it to 0.6. That seems good enough. Alright, now what's next? Well, the next thing is we need to equip the weapon into the hand in order to fight. So let's preview that too. For that I have this sword and shield idle animation. So the sword should be in the right hand. Let me pause the animation. Let's add another socket to the right hand. And our add socket, hand R socket. I'm not gonna change the name. Here also let's add a preview asset. We have to remove first. Well, right, that's not the way it should be in the hand. So it should be like this. I'm not sure. let's move it a little bit here. Right, I think that looks good enough. Let's look at it in the right angle lit mode. But here I think if the sword is little bigger, it would look better. Because with a bigger sword we can have a bigger reach, and also having a bigger sword is good for the look of the game as well. Right, this is the socket I'm going to use when I equip the sword. Now when do I equip the sword? So right, so actually we have set this. We need to change this to use for the touch inputs, but for now it's easier to develop and test with the keyboard, so therefore let's use mouse. Let me go to the input settings, and yeah, here we have the fire event. To fire balls, the range weapon that we have working on. Here let's add another action, melee attack. So for fire I'll change this to which one? Control. Yeah, let's change it to left control, and this one let's use left mouse button. Right, and then let's go here, in the event graph. Shall we add a new event graph? Melee combat. No, let's just call it combat. Right, and melee attack. So now, okay, here comes the variable. The first variable we need is, first we need to check if we have equipped the melee weapon. So let's define a new variable. What we call it? Melee weapon equipped. Right, by default it should be false. If it is false, we need to equip it. So for that we need the animation. We have this draw sword animation, this one, and let's go there, and let's create a new animation montage for this draw sword. Oh wait, animation anime montage, yeah, draw sort 1. Okay. Right, so let's go to the animation blueprint. I'm not sure if I have set up the animation montages here. Yeah, I don't have it yet. So alright, slot, default slot. So actually I need to play the equip montage only on the upper body of the character, because if I play it in the whole body, then if I try to equip the sword while moving, it will look like sliding. But for now, let's just see how it looks. Right, now here, play anime montage. Let's do it this way. And montage to play, let's select this one. Here, okay, how long is this animation? 0.5 seconds. Alright, let's use the other type of montage. Node, and let's add a delay of not that long, maybe 0.4 seconds, and then let's set to melee weapon equipped to right, and get this attach component, attach component to component. The parent should be the mesh, and the socket name is this hand R socket. Right, here I'm gonna keep everything world, world location, rotation, and scale, and after that I use the same thing. Let's collapse this. Equip weapon. After that, let's move component to node, and then I'll set everything to 0 so that it will smoothly land on the hand. I don't think we'll need easy in and easy not. Right, now shall we see what happens if I press mouse button? Oh, nothing happened. Why? Sorry, we should equip if we haven't equipped the weapon yet. Oh wait, what happened there? did we use a wrong parent? Sorry, here I should move it like this. Move the melee weapon, not the mesh. Right. Okay. Now the next part is when we have the sword in the hand, the character shouldn't be standing like this. It should have a different blend space. But this episode has taken already 20 minutes, so I'll do that in the next episode. And also I mentioned another problem we would have here. If I equip while running, you see the character slided just for a moment. So therefore let's play this montage in the upper body. So we need another slot. Well, let's do that part also here in this episode. New slot. How to create a new slot? Let's go to slot manager, add slot, upper body, and let's play this in the upper body slot. Just move it a little bit so it will be back. But now we have to set up the upper body slot here. So how to do that? Well, like this. Here the result of this default slot, let's save to new cache pose. Can we name this? Yeah, pose whole body. No, yeah, pose whole body. Alright, now by using the whole body pose twice, well, we don't really need twice. We need slot, the upper body slot as well. Yeah, we need twice. And then we need to do a layered blend per bone. So like this. So here what happens is we save the result of the applying the result of this locomotion and whatever we play in the default slot of the montage slot into this whole body cache pose. Then we merge this whole body cache pose animation data with whatever the animation we play in the upper body animation slot, and we blend them in a way such that here we can define a bone. So let's say if I add spine here, then after the spine, that means in the bone hierarchy, on the bones below the spine, it will play the animations that come in from this way. That means whatever we play in the upper body as well, and other bones that are below the spine will have the usual result, the animation that we came as a result of this part. So yeah, instead of a spine, maybe let's use, let's try spine 1 and see how it looks. So as for the bone, let's give spine 1. What is the default value? 0. Okay, let's leave it like that. Connect the result here. Okay, play. Right, now you saw that it equipped the sword. So if I played while running, you see the running part, the legs were still working. The legs didn't stop to equip the sword. So yeah, that's the importance of this layered setup. Right. Okay, now can we stop here? Yeah, let's stop this episode here today. Right, and yeah, I will release the project files of this project here in my Patreon page for download. So if you like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon club. The link would be in the description below. And thanks for watching. See you in the next episode. Goodbye.